Good afternoon. On behalf of the Board of Management, I would like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2024. I am excited to be here with you today as we celebrate the amazing accomplishments of our graduates and the people that got them here. Before we proceed with our graduation ceremony, I would like to take a few moments to recognize and thank some of the invaluable stakeholders that should be thanked in moments like these. I would like to first thank our wonderful teaching staff for giving everything you had to ensure our graduates were prepared for the next stage of their life journey. I am honored to be your colleague, and I am grateful to you for being such passionate leaders, engaging educators, and selfless professionals. Congratulations to you teachers, and thank you. Congratulations and thank you to our high school principal, Mr. T.J. Shires. Mr. Shires, I think you have done a fantastic job of captaining our high school community. You are a role model of leadership and a champion of education. I learn so much from you every day, and I am thankful to consider you a colleague. Congratulations and thank you. A special congratulations and thank you to our parent community. Over the years, you have been steadfast supporters of St. Paul American School Hanoi. Whenever I interact with you, I always remind myself that you are placing a lot of trust and confidence in us. There are so many quality options, educational options in Hanoi, but you chose us, and I'm always grateful for that, and I always think of that. So, congratulations to our parents, and thank you for being here today. Last but certainly not least, I would like to congratulate our graduates. Graduates, I'm so proud of you. I have known many of you for several years now. And earlier, for those of you that weren't here, we arranged a school-wide procession where every student in our school kind of made two lines, and our graduates got to walk through as we applauded them and congratulated them. And I was at the end, I was videotaping it, and as I was watching the graduates pass me, some of them I've known for several years, and these visions, and I'm not going to share these visions so that I don't embarrass you, but these visions of your younger selves all came to my memory. It made me feel old, but it also made me feel proud of everything that you've accomplished. And so, congratulations for getting here today. Normally, I do end my speeches with congratulations and thank yous so that we don't make the ceremony so long, but I've been inspired lately by the involvement of young people in current events. And if you turn on the news or TikTok or whatever social media you use, you see young people today making a difference. And it's different than when I was younger. When I was your age, older people told me, just sit down, youngin. That was the term they used, was youngin. Sit down, youngin, it's not your turn to talk yet. But today, if you watch the news and you look around the world, it's young people that are leading the difference and change. And so I wanted to share 3 words with you. Graduates, without turning too fast and falling off stage, I want you to look behind you. And there's 3 words that hopefully you saw them throughout the school day every day. And they are engaged, educated, and empowered. And those 3 words form the foundation of our mission. So for the educators and the administrators and the local staff, those are the 3 words that we use every day to ensure that you had a quality educational experience. But there's no reason why you can't use those 3 words as you move on to the next stage of your journey. For example, engagement. Get involved in the community. Whether you're going to the university or to the workforce, get involved, get engaged. Whether it's a personal passion or doing something for someone else. Get engaged, get involved. Educated, you all are going to some amazing universities, and I'm so proud of the acceptances you got. But remember that a university acceptance is not because you got good grades and high SAT or ACT scores. Those universities saw something in you that they feel you're going to make a difference and a change in the world. That's what they want. So many other students got good grades and high scores, but there was something about the universities that they saw in you that they saw that you're going to make a difference. So do that. Get educated. I personally hope some of you go for your doctorate. I know that's a long ways away, but I hope you set those goals for yourself. If it's informal education, that's okay too. Continue to be educated and empowered. I don't want to sound elitist when I say this, but the education that you received at St. Paul American School Hanoi puts you at an advantage over other people that you're going to university with next year. That's just the reality. Okay, you received a high quality education here. You are empowered from the start. So use that gift that your parents and that your teachers have given you to make a difference. Remain empowered and empower those around you. So I hope you remember those words. You're going to hear a lot of other words today. But if you ever need a reminder, that's our school's mission. And when you look at our yearbook and you look at our website and you see those 3 words, I hope they motivate you to make a difference in the world today. So congratulations to you graduates. I'm so very proud of you. Enjoy today. You did a lot to get here. You enjoyed to celebrate and have fun. And thank you for letting me be a part of it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Wu, for the heartfelt message. Please stand for the national anthems. The Vietnamese national anthem, diploma, followed by the American national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, sung by our lovely St. Paul Eagles Choir. Please be seated. Thank you, Eagles Choir, for those delightful performances. Now, please welcome our high school principal, Mr. T.J. Shires.
faculty and staff, parents, family, friends, and of course, St. Paul graduates. On behalf of the St. Paul Board of Management, I'm honored to be here today to celebrate the class of 2024. When I started writing this speech for last year's ceremony, I was struck by the short amount of time that I was able to actually spend with those students. Thankfully, for me at least, I've had 2 full school years to get to know the class of 2024. While I've not had the pleasure to see you all grow and change and mature from adolescents into young adults like Mr. North has, I can say with certainty that you are an impressive group of young people. For most of you, this is the start of a new great adventure. You are planning to go to university in the United States, UK, Australia, Hong Kong, or Singapore. Some of you will study in your home country here in Vietnam, while many of you plan to go back to your home country of Korea. A smaller number of you are considering Canada or Europe. While I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, I wanted to offer a few quick bits of advice. I collect quotes on a regular basis, and one characteristic of being a nerd like me is that you regularly find gems of wisdom and wish to share them with others, and this speech gives me the chance to do so. First, all of us here wish every one of you a lifetime of happiness. While you all will have innumerable ups and downs throughout your life, Harvard business professor Arthur Brooks lays out his research findings on happiness this way. There are 4 things your brain is telling you to chase that won't bring you happiness: money, power, pleasure, fame, which is the prestige or admiration of others. So basically everything you see on social media today. There are 4 things instead that you should be focused on for happiness, and that is faith, whatever that might be for you, family, friendships, and work that serves others and where you can earn your success. As technology around AI continues to evolve rapidly, I encourage you all to stay rooted in reality and only occasionally look to technology for fun or for comfort. In the book Ready Player One, Ernest Cline's main character comes to this realization. Quote, "As terrifying and painful as reality can be, it's the only place where you can find true happiness, because reality is real." Unquote. Moving on to how you treat people. I started reading the Harry Potter books during COVID lockdowns, and they are wonderful. So wonderful, in fact, that I started reading them again a couple of weeks ago. My favorite quote from the whole series is by J.K. Rowling is from Professor Albus Dumbledore. Quote, "Words, in my not so humble opinion, are our most inexhaustible source of magic, capable of both inflicting injury and also remedying it." Unquote. This is an easy one to mess up, especially if you were like me and have a bit of a temper that took me years to learn to keep in check. With occasional failures nowadays, which I'm sure you seniors can attest to. This ties in perfectly to the following from the Christian Bible, the book of James, chapter 1, verse 19. Quote, "Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger." Unquote. If I could have followed this one rule, it would have eliminated 90 to 95% of the conflicts I've had in my entire life. The last quote I want to share with you comes again from Ernest Cline, and may be apropos to your current emotions regarding the next few months and years. Quote, "I know the future is scary at times, sweetheart, but there's just no escaping it." Unquote. Having a healthy fear is a good thing. Use it to prepare yourself, to challenge yourself, and to push yourself to even greater heights. In closing, please know that I am very proud of all of you and the work you've done during your time in St. Paul, and for the fine young adults you've become in the process. Thank you to Dr. Mu for your kind words, which I'm humbled and thankful for, and to the Board of Management for entrusting me with leading the high school. I am profoundly honored to be the high school principal in this wonderful community. I know you will all go on to accomplish great things in university, the workforce, the military, and in your personal lives. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors and hope we cross paths again in the future. Go Eagles!
Thank you for that wonderful life advice, Mr. Shires. Now, for our next speaker, welcome this year's Student Council President, Park Daun.
It is an honor to be standing here in front of our teachers, parents, students, and our fellow graduates, class of 2024. Well, we did it. We've all been waiting for this day to be on this stage celebrating our accomplishments over the past 4 years of high school. And I have to say, being in this wonderful community for 7 years was a priceless pleasure in my life. We laughed together and cried together. Well, hopefully, we laughed a little bit more than we cried, right? Ultimately, though, we triumphed together, and now, here we are. We've shared so many memories and lessons in this community, lessons that we will be carrying throughout our lives. Before I go on, I want to thank all our parents for supporting us through our high school journey. Without their support, we definitely could not have made it to this day. Standing here today makes me look back on our high school years. Do you guys remember our freshman and sophomore years? We were barely on campus due to COVID restrictions, but even so, we always found ways to hang out. I remember going to Boyan's house in the same apartment as mine during asynchronous classes, just because it was the only place I could go during the time. We used to send private chats to each other during class time asking what was happening, and now, those crazy lockdown years are nothing but weird memories. During our junior year, we were finally released from COVID restrictions and had much more time to be with each other. One thing to pick out from our junior year would definitely be St. Paul's Song Competition trip in New York City. I will never forget Lion sleeping through the loudest alarm ever after saying she will wake up in 15 minutes to study for her APs. I'll also remember Ailey asking me why she feels so sleepy even though she was almost done with a whole bottle of energy drink, and then crying when she realized that she bought a decaffeinated one. The never-ending fight we all had against sleeping so we could study in New York is now a legendary subject of our daily talks. Finally, going into senior year, we all found ourselves grown up and greatly changed since we were freshmen, at last wrapping up our 12-year journey. There is a special person I would like to sincerely show my gratitude to, James Shaw, who came to our graduation today. He is a teacher of a lot of graduates who are sitting here today, including myself, who always encourages us on our next step in this journey of life. You know, there's one thing that I must mention, because it is an enormous part of my St. Paul life. I can never leave the stage without shouting out the Eagles Bank. Miss Stacy Perez is the person who I can certainly say changed my life. I believe that most of you know that I was never looking into a music major or even moving into the US until my senior year. To be honest, I couldn't really see myself anywhere before this year. However, Miss P always encouraged me to pursue what I really found myself enjoying into my future, and music was it. She taught me so many life lessons, and I knew I always could walk into her office whenever I had something going on in my life, even if it was outside of music. I guess you could say that everyone has that one teacher who they rely on. However, to me, Miss P is much more than just that teacher. And yes, I know, Sua always reminds me that I'm Miss P's fangirl, but honestly can say no. And I will say, she is my role model in life. If you have ever been in St. Paul's, you must have heard this. Miss P always says this: no must-haves, could-haves, or should-haves. She says this every time and any time she needs to. And so, to Miss P, I say, I did not and will never have must-haves, could-haves, or should-haves in my life. It was a pleasure to be your student director this year. I might not have been the perfect leader with student government, but we made it to the end together. Thank you all for your hard work. Once again, thank you parents for supporting us through our high school journey, to teachers for your wisdom we will be carrying with us, and to the class of 2024 for making my high school years so special. And last but certainly not least, congratulations class of 2024 on making it through to our future. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty members, proud parents, and most importantly, the incredible graduates of St. Paul American School Hanoi. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives. We gather here not only to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work, but also to embark on a new journey filled with endless possibilities. As we stand on the precipice of the future, it's essential to reflect on the lessons learned, the friendships forged, and the experiences that have shaped us into the individuals we are today. When I was small, to satisfy my curiosity whenever my dad opened a bottle of wine, he used to let me take a small sip. But every time I did, I winced at the bitter taste, questioning what was so good about it. The adults, including Mr. Shaw, seemed to love so much. Although all I tasted was bitterness, I remember how my dad would compliment a good bottle of wine on its sweetness and its age. The older, the better. They say wine and memories intertwine. Before, I didn't understand the saying. But now,
As I stand here in front of you all, I finally grasped the meaning behind it. We entered high school full of enthusiasm, curiosity, and a zest for life, where anything felt possible. Much the same way a fresh grape is vibrant, plump, and full of life. During this time, we can be tender and fragile like a delicate grape. It's a phase of life where we may feel vulnerable, navigating through the uncertainties of adolescence and young adulthood, while still developing a sense of identity and purpose. Just as grape juice will ferment and turn into wine only under the right conditions, we too require a nurturing environment to blossom. We benefited from the support, guidance, and mentorship from our parents and teachers. We had Miss P, who viewed us like her own children and taught us to always stand up for ourselves. Mr. Sean, who enlightened us about the dangers inherent in our society. Ms. Leroy, who taught us to think and reason logically through the Kite Runner's final essay. Ms. Oshida, who provided us with emotional support, no matter how tiring it was, carrying all the hair for the English department's teachers. Coach Paul, who reminded us to always strive to be better, but not be too harsh on ourselves. Ms. D, who we went to for questions about literally anything: chemistry, biology, economics, English. Mr. Ethan, who spent his time over the summer break organizing open gyms, bringing us to basketball games and coaching us at local basketball tournaments, even though they weren't even part of our curriculum. Mr. Jesse, who was always so passionate about statistics and physics that he made us just as passionate about them as himself. Ms. Shannon, who seemed tough but offered a comforting embrace in moments of vulnerability. Mr. Schlager, who always tried to get to know each and every one of us better. And Mr. Gus, who always reassured us that our university acceptances do not determine our worth. Whether directly or indirectly, each and every one of the teachers at St. Paul has contributed to providing a supportive environment that allowed us to reach our full potential. Like the intricate flavors that wines develop during the fermentation and aging process, growing older adds depth and character to individuals. With each passing year, life experiences, challenges, and successes shape our personalities, values, and perspectives. These life experiences go beyond the classroom. It was about letting me cry on her shoulder at 8 in the morning for 10 minutes and giving me my first ever makeup products. It was Ian waking up with me at 2 a.m. every day during the St. Paul Sound, New York trip to study for AP exams. It was Jill having to share a shower with me in Hoi An during the visa tournament. It is these memories that flavor our class in a way similar to a well-balanced wine. Like the complex flavors in a well-aged wine, it was sitting with Julie in every class we had together ever since 6th grade when Michelle had put us next to each other. Having Xian to call and cheer me up when I got COVID while being all by myself in the UK. Finding out that In Ho was incredibly good at singing on the last day of the 11th grade trip. And having Jaden draw a picture of me in Olaf form, which he named Olaf, that gave me a sense of wonder and joy. Just as winemakers carefully monitor the aging process to ensure optimal results, growing older fosters an appreciation for the passage of time. As the end of our high school chapter approached, I started to cherish the times when Ling and I would walk down the sea-building staircase together, in which we call the loser's path, to walk to the bus. The time when Boni braided my hair during a lockdown drill, and the time Dallin, Seon, Eddie, and I gossiped about high school romances while coloring the marshmallows for an AP Environmental Science lab. For 4 years together, we were there for each other in sunshine and rain, sharing from similar struggles to the same kind of humor. Going to university is exciting, but will anyone call me their pookie like who I always did? Will I have anyone to beg to go to cat cafes like I did with Ling and Ming? Will anyone give me hugs as big and warm as Na Young always did? Will I have anyone to dance to Rasputin and Timber like Ming did? Much like a fine wine leaves a lasting impression of those who savor it, we leave behind a legacy shaped by our actions, relationships, and contributions to society as we grow older. After we walk down the aisle today, we continue to pursue our passions of becoming engineers, fashion managers, business managers, architects, musicians, lawyers, and so many more, and will endeavor to make a meaningful impact on the world. When our wine is first made, the tannins give it a bitter taste, just as when in high school, the homework, the exams, and the peer pressure made us stressed and sleep deprived. Over time, the tannins dissipate to give the wine a smoother texture and more complex flavor. Similarly, after today, when we look back on our high school years while sipping on a glass of wine, when we're legal, of course, I hope we can remember the fruitful experiences and the sweet memories we've created together, and embrace the journey of growing older by recognizing the beauty and complexity that come with each passing year. As we bid farewell to this chapter of our lives, let us do so with a sense of gratitude and optimism. We may not know what the future holds, but we do know that we're prepared to face it head-on, armed with the knowledge, skills, and determination gained during our time here. So, to the graduating class of 2024, I say this: congratulations. Be proud of how far you've come and excited for the journey that lies ahead. Just as fine wine matures with time, may you too evolve and enrich the world with a unique mark, the flavors that you'll add to the world as you make your way through it. Oh, and before I go, I want to say one last thing. As my mom always says, your best friends hold a special place in your heart. Let's resist the passage of time and the distance that separate us. Please don't be strangers. Text me often. Visit me whenever you go to London. Call me when you need someone to talk to. Send me TikToks or Reels that remind you of me. Invite me to your weddings and baby showers. We won't be seeing each other 5 days a week anymore, but I hope I will still see you in the years to come. Thank you guys for everything. I love you, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you for that moving speech. The final speaker for our ceremony today is our faculty speaker, Mr. Ethan Blonder.
Can't believe I have to follow that. All right, graduates, I'm gonna be straight up with you. The only thing I remember about my own high school graduation was not wanting to go, because I didn't really get why it mattered. I don't remember the actual ceremony at all. And honestly, years down the road, you probably won't remember much of this either. Reality is, this whole thing, it's not even really for you. So, who is this all for then? Your families. No matter what kind of relationship you have with your parents, or how mature you are, I promise you can never truly understand just how much your parents have sacrificed for you. As a new dad, hey Anton, I'm really just now beginning to get how much you have to completely transform your life to raise a child. You can't imagine the career opportunities given up, the free time lost, and the financial burden taken on just so your parents could bring you to this point. For them, today represents a massive accomplishment and a recognition of the enormous sacrifices they've made to get you here. So even if you come from a family where things haven't always been perfect, where it's not always easy to say things like thank you and I love you, take time today, in your own way, whatever it is, to show some appreciation for the things your parents have done for you. But hey, let's just pretend for a few minutes that this ceremony is about you. Even if it is, it's still not really going to be a key moment in your life. That's because you're going to have so many more meaningful accomplishments than wearing a really peculiar hat while sitting through a ceremony that's mostly copy-pasted from last year's script. And that's especially true for this particularly amazing group of people. I already knew when I met most of you back in grade 9 that so many of you would be ridiculously successful. Given that, I don't think you need any sage advice from me about how to succeed, because most of you already work way harder than I do. But I do wish for all of you something better than going to elite schools or being high-level executive or having fat bank accounts or whatever. So many of you are such high achievers that I mostly worry about your pursuit of that achievement at the sacrifice of what makes life and work awesome. You're about to move on to a stage of your life where your career takes center stage. And it's easy to become single-minded about achieving success, whatever that might look like for you. Because of that, I do want to take today to share 5 quick pieces of advice for achieving success that is also personally fulfilling. So here we go. Number 1, don't compare your success to the success of others. You'll never see their whole truth, and you'll always find someone who has more than you. If you're incredibly successful and earn $100,000 a year, already well into the global top 1% of income earners, you'll start to work with people who earn half $500,000 a year, and soon enough you'll start to think they're the successful ones, not you. But what you don't see is that those people earning $500,000 look at their bosses earning $3 million a year and say, now those people are successful, not me. Unless you become literally the wealthiest person on earth, and if you do, reach out. If you base your success on comparing yourself to those around you, you will never be done chasing, and you'll never feel content with your accomplishments. Judge your success and your wealth and all those things based on whether it has brought you happiness, not by whether it's as much as someone else's. Number 2, look up the ladder before you climb it. The farther in life you go, the less is prescribed for you. Most of you knew by the time you reached middle school that you would end up going to high school and then on to university. After that, though, things get a bit more murky, and without really thinking, it can be easy to just start taking the highest status job offer possible or accepting every promotion because we assume that going up is good. But not every promotion or opportunity is a good one. Be open-minded to every new opportunity that comes your way. Check out every ladder you have a chance to climb, but do so with a critical eye. Not every ladder goes to a place that actually makes your life better. Number 3, make your personal goals known. Say them loudly and proudly whenever you get the chance. People who believe in you will want to help you achieve them, but how can they know to help you if you don't tell them what you want? 4 years ago, when I interviewed for a job at St. Paul, it was for a spell position. I told Dr. Hidalgo, the principal at the time, that I'd love to join the St. Paul community and was willing to do pretty much whatever they needed me to do. But that my real passions were business, economics, and athletics. When opportunities in each of those areas opened up, people thought of me because I had continued to say this to everyone who would listen. But how would they have ever known to think of me if I hadn't told them? Number 4, connect online with people who you think do good work and with people who think you do good work. You're not going to stay best friends with everyone here in this room, although I do hope you take Chen's advice. So use LinkedIn or whatever replaces it to keep in touch and keep an eye on what these people are up to. Many great opportunities in life come from people who know you and will vouch for what you can do. I mean, that's why there are 2 members of the W.T. Woodson High School graduating class of 2011 in the room today. What up, Soshita? Number 5, cultivate an identity beyond just your career. Most of you know me as a business and economics guy, as an athletics guy, but a lot of you also know that I'm a husband, a dad, a public transportation advocate, a street food lover, and let's call it someone who appreciates a good discount. These things all make me who I am. And that's so important because when things aren't going well at work, if your career is your whole identity, your entire self-image suffers. When you have an identity beyond work, you retain these other meaningful parts of who you are, even on the bad days. So prioritize your personal interests and your valued relationships, even as you pursue your career goals. So hey, take my advice, that's my advice, take it or leave it. But I do want to finish today, not with advice, but by saying thank you to the entire class of 2024. Having kind of come up through high school with you, to me, you guys are St. Paul. I think some of you know that this graduating class is particularly special to me because a few months ago, Crystal stared me dead in the eyes and asked, Mr. Ethan, what are you going to do when we're gone? Honestly, I don't know. Because it has been such a joy to work together with so many of you on exciting stuff like developing our athletic program and creating a new senior class trip, but also just as much of a joy to just mess around in open gyms and at senior nights. So many of you have been really meaningfully engaged in building our school's community and culture over the last 4 years, and I cannot thank you enough for what you've given to this place. With you all gone, we honestly lose so much, but you've also left this school in a much better place than you found it. I'm sure you'll continue to do the same everywhere you go. Thank you and congratulations, guys.
Please give it up for Mr. Ethan Lauder and all of our amazing guest speakers. We are truly overwhelmed by all of the wise advice and extremely heartwarming comments. We will now like to share a class video that was created by our graduates.
spending time reading books in the library.
What's your real favorite memory?
Writing essays.
Hi, my name is Ming Nguyen. My favorite memory is once in basketball practice. I think Portugal
gym.
My favorite memory from St. Paul was when I had the opportunity to play team basketball.
I'm American School. I like the school trip and classes where we don't do work. I also really like sneaking in the email business message to the next class. I hope you guys get some fact and also sleeping in the library. So just sleeping everywhere. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm Emma. So it was really exciting for me to see our students wearing the princess dress and getting the makeup. They were so pretty. I was taking the last year trip to junior year. We went to Latvia and had a lot of activities that we cannot do in our daily life. And it was really hard, but I had so much fun.
I'm Jill. My music trip last year to New York, I got to connect with a lot of friends that I would have not really talked to that much during the school year.
I think it's Mr. Sean at Foundation. Viva France, viva la vida.
So I'm Zuha, and I'm senior. And my best memory.
Your favorite memory?
Favorite memory was that I had a lot of opportunity to play sports games with my friends. So thank you, Australian administrative.
School trip photos.
Memory is the New York trip. I thought it's awesome. It's memorable because Yan, Chris, and Jill and I had to wake up at like 3 in the morning every day to study for AP tests.
Hi, my name is Naya. Kayaking with Yan. Oh my field trip.
My favorite memory was like, I have a great pick because I think before that, some of us didn't get along well, but I think actually like brings a lot of experience together. Most of them got closer.
Hi, I'm Bailey. We came from Shepherds.
Hello, I'm Kathy.
Eating lunch together with friends in diligence.
My name is Boya. My favorite memory from school is being trip.
Hello, I'm Ellie. Last time when we gathered together and gossip.
My favorite memory is
My favorite memory is during our senior trip when we were all starting balcony competitions.
Hi, my name is Josh and my name is Alma. All the times that Coach Pop has been yelling at me for missing EAT 7 times per week, these are for volleyball because I have a lot of fun and volleyball is like my spirit sport.
My name is Julie.
My name is Suji.
My music trip to Washington City. It was really fun playing volleyball with all my friends at school.
My first AP test, chemistry test. It was really impressive as that was my first time, I felt really nervous. But I took the test.
I will learn playing saxophone.
Be on the street drawing. And it's gonna be really good art, so please come and check my art out in 10 years.
10 years, I did organize this business and build my own brand. I plan to open a business that is not only good but also expands to the restaurant industry.
I think I will earn a lot of money. I think I'll just work hard at live safely every day.
I probably want to go into tech, more like math or something like that.
And I think after 10 years, I hope to have good engineering career and see my friends again.
Which famous Patty? Famous records. Hopefully, they'll offer maybe a family. I don't know, but I hope I will be successful. Just leave me all alone. Going to work. What do you think you'll be doing? Any high-paid job. I'm all open for any high-paid job.
I don't know. I just hope doing what I want to do and what I like to do.
I'll be creating professional cooking mess. I will be studying abroad except for Korea and Vietnam.
Maybe. Very reasonable.
I will be married a rich man. I live in Switzerland. me and then big. Yeah, that's nice and really in the sheets. Oh, so I see myself running around in the hospital because no, like no, I want to major in like medicine and stuff like that. So it's not like I have like Nicholas or something. I'll be a dentist. I'll be graduating from the best dental school in Korea, and I'll be opening a dental clinic. So please come support me, guys. When I play 3 years old, I'll be level 3, and then I'll buy a building, and I'll like when I'm in 27 years old, I need to will become a dentist, and she'll build a hospital in my building. My landlord.
My name is Sean Marcello. I teach senior English class in Chiefs. Watching the Nutcracker performance this year, I think that particular performance really happened, and I think she was just doing an outstanding job at characters. It was such a fun thing to be a part of it, to just watch you take shape and have such a great session with that exercise.
I'm going to go on my bigger members this year. Being at the school, she is crazy. You do not want to go and sit with her. She will do all sorts of things. All sorts of things.
I think only one specific memory I have enjoyed over the years as I've taught some of you for 2, 3, 4, I think 4 syllables, 4 years, getting shared conversations and learning about people's lives. The random things my mistake do have always been interesting. Little tidbits like that make you more than students. You let us as your teachers see those humans, and I think we'll appreciate that.
My name is Stacey Perez. I have been the music director here at St. Paul for 8 years now. That one is nearly impossible because I am one of the few teachers that is fortunate enough to keep students for more than 1 year, long term. There's just so many in this class that have been with me long term. So of course, we have built up so many memories. We have our New York competition trip. We have our Hawaii competition trip. We have things that happen on a daily basis. I can't choose one. I choose all of them.
I think my favorite memory is when we were taking these Marvel superheroes and making them money jump, and that was a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Sophia, and I tell a lot of you in the 11th grade ELA, or AQA, or I'm in the first year's part of the volleyball team. I really loved the 11th grade trip, just like as a whole. And I could talk about the performances, or I could talk about kayak basketball, or building maps. But for me, the best part about it was getting to witness you all really caring about each other and supporting each other, and for some of you, just like really coming into your own as confident and young women.
Hello. I hope you have fun at your graduation.
Hi Jen, hi Julie, hi entire St. Paul class of 2024. We are so incredibly happy to be able to say hello and congratulations, and we miss you and love you, and we're so proud of you.
Is being your trip leader on your 8th grade trip, and watching you guys overcome challenges, and me rescuing you on the paddleboards when you were drifting away, and putting on water puppet shows, and just having a really amazing, wonderful time. It was such a good week, and that is one of the best class trips from anywhere that I've ever had.
That's true. I could easily talk about the same thing. You guys were in 7th grade and we went biking, and there were some like people going into ditches, but I was having trouble coming up with a single memory. I think there were so many. It was our first year teaching abroad, and what it meant to be a part of a community, what it meant to teach in a different culture and learn from students was such a phenomenal experience. You all set a bar for what students can be and how good people can be, that I don't know that we've had the pleasure since of teaching with such a phenomenal crew of students.
What is your favorite memory with this graduating class?
Hands down, probably the elite athletic training program. I mean, it's definitely done wonders for me. I know that. Do not put blind faith or blind trust in opinions and pronouncements of professors just because they are professors. I was thinking very critical of all my teachers and listen to and try to find people who may not necessarily think the same things you do, it's things you do, but who have the points of view, can present their arguments well, can challenge you, and hopefully help expand your minds through friendship as opposed to academics.
Hey, be future, stay positive.
A lot of people will be going places that you don't know anyone. Try all the new things, find your group of people, to make life easier, happier, and try not to focus as much as you did in high school on your studies. Try to get some sleep and try to have some fun.
First, don't burn your bridges. You never know who you need and when you need them. I think my other best advice is always live your truth. Don't let people steal things from you. Live your own truth. If you don't like it, change it. You're the one who has to live with your consequences. You're the one who has to live with your decisions. So you're the one that has to be happy with yourself every single day. So please, live your truth.
Remember this, everybody gets what they deserve in the end. If you do good, you work hard, you get what you deserve. If you don't, you're gonna get what you deserve.
Trust yourself and be brave. Be brave enough to be wrong, to take risks. Be brave enough to try new things. Be brave enough to fail. And be brave enough to not know what is next.
Keeping in mind two things. Keep in mind, one, what your passions are. Remember that your passions drive you, things that motivate you, that make you want to do more. Those things, if you follow them, they will take you to some phenomenal places. And then my second piece of advice is stick together. The community you make abroad will be the thing that continues to help keep you planted. Don't lose those connections. They're special.
Just remember what makes you happy and follow that, and make sure that what you do in life is something that you enjoy, no matter what anyone else says that makes you happy. I know that we are always thinking of you, no matter what country you're in or what country we are in.
We're so proud of you.
So congratulations.
My advice for you guys, hey, have a great day. Hold on, the choice is yours. All right, get up.
That was a lovely and hilarious video created by the seniors. You will not be forgotten, and you will always be with us in our hearts, and we'll be following you on Instagram as well.
And now, the portion of the ceremony that our graduates have surely been most eager for, the awarding of their high school diplomas.
The announcement of the graduates will be conducted by our Dean of Students, Mr. Justin McCormick, and our high school principal, Mr. T.J. Shires, who will present each student with their own hard-earned diploma.
Before I announce the names of this year's graduates, I would like to continue my tradition of speaking one last time to these wonderful people sitting here with me today. Not to give life advice, that was taken care of by Dr. Moo, Mr. Shires, Mr. Ethan, Daoon Goijan, but instead to simply reflect and celebrate what an amazing group of students you all are. I've known many of you since you were in 7th grade, when you blew me away in my ELA class. I was so impressed with your ability to grasp difficult literary concepts at such a young age, not to mention your incredible creativity and writing skills. I am not ashamed to admit that even then, some of you were better writers than I will ever be. As you entered 8th grade, I loved watching the wheels turning in your minds when I asked you to consider even more complex topics like, who are you as individuals? And what meaning can you give to your life on this tiny speck of a planet in the middle of a vast, infinite universe? You continue to impress me today as I consider how much you've grown and matured in the last 6 years. You became the leaders of this school and became role models to the rest of our community. The loss we will feel when you are gone is immeasurable and has impacted us all even in the weeks since you have been gone. You are the leaders of Stuco, St. Paul Sound, MUN, the Courier, the Drama Productions, and Yearbook. You volunteered your time in Speak and Spear and countless other programs, giving your time and talents to those who needed your support. You led my Student Ambassador program and took us to the next level, demonstrating unprecedented community engagement. You modeled poise and teamwork and led our athletic teams to victory, forcing Coach Pop and Mr. Ethan to recognize not one, but 2 of you as the recipients of the Eagles Athletic Scholarship. I hope that you continue to serve as leaders in your community when you leave this place. The world deserves people like you who can guide them, support them, and help them become the best versions of themselves, just as you have done for all of us at St. Paul. I am going to miss you all, truly, but I am confident that you're all going to do amazing things out there. You have proven that you are intelligent and capable young men and women, and I am so proud to have been your teacher and dean. From the bottom of my heart, I congratulate you, and I am so grateful to have been on this journey with you. And with that, I will now read the names of this year's graduating class of 2024. For those of you playing bingo, get your pens ready. Yes, I know that. First row, please stand. Bapti Haling. Bui Bakian. Cao Minh Ái. Ân Châu. Sua Choi. Seyon Chong. Christina Jill Cooper. Đỗ Tâm Sang. Please be seated. Second row, please stand. Đoàn Minh Quê. Han Jung So. Quang Trung Ho. Bo Hyun Jang. Jang Jun So Jaden. Jang Min Jung. Jung Young Moon. What Minh Hoài Trăng. Please be seated. Third row, please stand. An Young Kim, Ailey. Yu Jun Kim. Awan Kim. Na Yang Ko. Crystal. Bobby Lee. Du Lee. You may be seated. First row, please stand. Un-Ho Lee. Kim Sung Lee, Julie. Lương Đinh Minh Quang. Su Kyung Moon. Nguyen Thuy Anh. Nguyen Hiếu Nghĩa. Nguyễn Hoàng Dương L. Nguyễn Thái Linh. Please be seated. Second row, please stand. Quê Anh Nguyễn. Nguyễn Ninh Thắng. Ngọc Đình Nguyễn. Nguyễn Sĩ Hoàng. Da Huê Park. Da Hun Park. Duan Park. please be seated. Third row, please stand. Phan Quang Linh Dan. Xiao Xian Tan. John Ming Up. Vũ Bảo Linh. Huệ Anh Vũ. Vũ Thuệ Quế. And finally, Suli Wu. You may be seated. Once again, congratulations, class of 2024.
Graduates, please rise. In a symbolic gesture of your graduation, you may move the tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, one last time, please recognize the graduating class of 2024.
Now, please enjoy the final performance of St. Paul South Choir as they perform Time to Say Goodbye.
Thank you.
Goosebumps. Alright. Thank you once again, St. Paul Sound, for your lovely performances, both ensembles. With performances like these, I wish we could have graduations every week.
With that, we conclude our graduation ceremony. Our graduates will now exit the auditorium with our traditional recessional. Guests, please remain by your seats until all graduates and speakers have exited. Graduates, please rise. Once again, thank you very much for your attendance.